Hello, my liquid lip plumpers. Welcome to another episode of Whatcha Packin. I am here with New York's own Lana Geray.
Yes, hi.
Hi, honey. So you're in New York City now. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Texas.
Right. What part of Texas are you
Dallas,
from?
Texas.
And how did you get from Dallas, which, by the way, has so much incredible drag?
I know. I'm so mad I didn't start drag in Texas because I feel like if I started drag in Texas, I'd be a very different drag queen.
100% you would be.
But I moved out at the age of 18 because my family was a little interesting with my queerness. So I was like, let me get away with my brother. I moved to my brother's house in Oklahoma. And then I started dabbling in the queer scene there.
And there was a lot of queer people in that part of Oklahoma?
There was a little bit of queer people. I met Plasma there. She was the judge of the first pageant I did in drag.
Dare I say it was Oklahoma?
Very Oklahoma.
So you started drag in Oklahoma.
Yes.
How did you find it? Did you find it through RuPaul's Drag Race?
Yes, I found it through RuPaul's Drag Race, but funny enough, I started watching it because I thought it was America's Next Top Model. And
what?
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, wait, this is so weird because they're girls and then they turn into guys. I didn't really understand what I was watching, but then I started watching it and I fell in love with the art form of drag.
How old were you?
Probably like 12. The first episode I watched was season 8, episode 1. I saw Naomi walking in, I was like, oh my God, this is America's Next Top Model. And then it wasn't.
Right.
But thankfully it wasn't because I love the show so much.
It's, I mean, one of my favorite shows, not just because I work on it, but if I didn't, I would, like seasons 1 and 2, I absolutely sat, watched, and cried because I wanted to be a part of it. So you say, I can do this, and you start playing with makeup? Is that how it starts?
Yeah, I started playing with makeup, you know, it started off very rough. My brother was a huge cheerleader for me.
Aww.
And I was gonna stay inside until I looked good, but he was forcing me to get out of the house because if I got criticism, it would force me to be better.
I love your brother.
I know, I love him. He's like the harshest person on me, but also like the most loving.
What's his name?
Bryson.
Bryson, I love you. He did the right thing.
He did.
This is the way that I judge. Pushing you to be the best version of yourself that you can be.
Yeah.
And you have to make mistakes to succeed. So he went out, Bryson pushed you out there.
Yes.
To start performing.
Started performing. I competed in the pageant and I won by surprise. And then after that, he was getting ready to move to New York. And I was like, you know what? Let me follow you along because I know the New York drag scene is very fierce. And I was like, if I can survive in New York, I can survive anywhere.
So your family,
yes.
Are they okay with you now?
I think they're on the journey to getting it. They're still like a little weird about it because they're very religious. So that's like the catch there. But they hate to love it, but they love it.
Have they been to any of your shows?
Yes, they came to one of my shows in New York City. I was a mess. I was crying the entire time.
Stop,
Yeah,
baby.
It was the most beautiful thing ever. They were like, oh my God, you're actually so good. I was like, yes, I've been trying to tell you, I'm good at this.
For me, I'd be like, well, it's not so much that I'm in drag, Mom and Dad, but it's more the fact that I'm naked.
Yes.
Because Lana Geray doesn't like to wear clothing.
I don't. I get hot easily, so I just like keep it off of me.
So you're Lux Noir London's daughter?
Yes, drag daughter.
And how did that happen? Well, obviously not your real daughter.
Yes.
How did that happen?
I actually competed in another pageant in New York City when I first moved there called Ultimate Diva. I was the runner-up and she saw me after the pageant and was like, hey, you're beautiful. You're my daughter now. And I was like, okay.
Did she guide you, give you any?
Oh, she was like the biggest person to help me to find my confidence in myself because I was very insecure. I didn't know how talented I was until she was like, listen, you are very beautiful, you are talented, like you can do more than you think you can do.
Well, I think it's interesting that you said that word, the C word, which is not the one you're thinking of, but confidence. And we've gone through this journey with you in this season. I remember Law specifically telling you, you gotta find your confidence. And you know, taste is relative, but confidence is the first thing I look for. It could be the ugliest ass outfit, and I've seen quite a few over the years, but if you sell it, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah. It's funny because I walked in so confident, and I think it was just something I like did not expect to have the feelings I felt. Like it's so hard being away from your support system.
Oh my God, big time.
So like having all the followers on social media and like the people back home being like, oh, you're amazing, you're amazing, you're amazing, and then coming here and to not have like the immediate validation I wanted from the judges, I think I was like, oh my God, like I'm not good, I'm not amazing, and it caused me to spiral. And then once I started, I just kept going.
You are good, you are amazing, but you're also surrounded by good and
very amazing, talented drag queens. Yeah.
And you're all fighting for the same thing. I think you did a great job. Until Snatch Game. Let's talk about Snatch Game.
Oh, my favorite. I had such a good time on Snatch Game.
I'm glad you did. So Lana, you decided to make a ballsy move.
Yes.
And play Rosa Parks.
My bestie.
Your bestie, okay. Talk to me.
You know, in my head, I was like, okay, And I say this to everyone, all the queens, I would say this on set, I was like, if I go into Snatch Game, and my first question to RuPaul, is the bus still running? I feel like I can win Snatch Game. But the thing that threw me for a whirl was, RuPaul was like, Rosa Parks, is the bus still running?
And then
like,
what?
Face crack of the century.
Yes,
I said,
yes.
oh my goodness. And so I just started, I don't even know what I did.
Spiraling,
as I always do. And we saw where it ended up.
I think you just lost her, is what happened.
I know, I feel so bad. Sorry to Rosa if you're listening.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So for the We Wear Short Shorts runway, you chose the Naomi Campbell kind of iconic D-squared moment from 2003?
Yeah.
It's a very long time ago.
Yeah.
How did you even know about that? Look, I know you're a Naomi fanatic.
Yeah, I am obsessed with Naomi Campbell. I want to look like Naomi Campbell in all
We
aspects
all
of
do.
life, right?
Yes.
And so that's like the first fashion show I saw when I was like watching YouTube clips back in the day. I saw Naomi Campbell run and I was like, that is beautiful. And so I saw the category who wears short shorts and I was like, she's wearing short shorts. This is the perfect time to pay homage to Naomi. But not realizing that it was very pedestrian and not.
Well, what it was dead on.
Yeah.
And what it wasn't was drag.
Drag.
Did you do Naomi justice? Absolutely. But you got to drag it up. That's the thing with this competition. Yes, we love on the nose.
Yeah.
But then make it drag.
I know, I wish I would have made it more drag.
That's all.
That's my biggest regret. I was like, ugh.
So you find out that there's a category called Ugliest Dress. We've done it before.
Yes.
And we did it again. And you called Candy Muse right away?
Actually, no. I was actually struggling with this category because I was like,
Because you're not ugly.
that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I was like, do they want me to go on the runway looking hideous?
Yes.
Or do I look beautifully hideous? So I just kept going back and forth and I was like, you know what? I have a connection to somebody who has worn one of the most hideous outfits on Drag Race. I should contact them and get the dress. And I contacted Candy Muse and she was like, girl, yes, give it. And I was like, well, yes.
Do you think it was sabotage on Candy's part?
Honestly, now that I think about it, she probably did a little voodoo and did that to me.
I think so.
I blame Candy Muse for my elimination, honestly.
I think that's the way to go. I want to talk about some of these gorgeous fashions.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so this quilted one,
Yes.
tell me who designed it.
This is designed by my friend Christian Alarte in Brooklyn. I love him so much. He's like a small designer, and I wanted to make sure my package was like people that supported me and loved me because I want everyone to be uplifted and have support. So I was like, I want to look like a mannequin come to life.
So did you let him design it?
No, we like collaborated with it.
Everybody loves a quilted knee. The middle one is very fashion.
Yes.
Tell me.
Very fashionable. I wanted
Not
to
drag,
think of-
but
not-
very fashion.
I consider my drag a lot of streetwear, if Lana was walking the streets of New York Fashion Week.
Listen, I live for streetwear. There is drag streetwear, and then there's streetwear. That is fashion, not drag.
Okay.
See the difference?
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I do.
But I don't remember you wearing that.
I did not get a chance to wear this one. I was very excited to. I wanted to see if Lana was like walking New York Fashion Week and got out of a car and got a paparazzi snap photo.
Yeah.
She'd be wearing that outfit.
Yeah, and that totally makes sense. I get it. And then this Fay Ray kind of King Kong moment.
I am obsessed with this look. I was like, I want to look like I'm being grabbed by a hand. I saw this drawing, this Urte-inspired drawing, and I was like, I want to make this come back to life, but have like chocolate and make it as nude as possible and look like I'm naked and being covered by my hands because I'm so dainty and demure.
Well, you know the King Kong Fay Ray reference. Right?
Yeah, of
Where he
course.
grabs
Yes,
her.
grabs the lady.
And she's so, damsel. And that reminded me of it. I know it's Urte, but it gave me that.
Yeah.
And it was, for me, glamorous. I thought you looked so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
You're so
I love that one.
I had so much fun judging you, watching you grow. I think you heard the message.
Yeah.
And I think you're pushing yourself. So I'm encouraging you in your life to really summon that courage and that confidence in everything that you do. You know that you're fierce, you know that you're tall, you know that you're gorgeous, you know you're beautiful and shiny and all those things, but you need to have confidence behind everything that you do because you got the goods.
Yeah, thank you. It was so much fun working with you. You were a highlight. I loved every minute.
Aw, thank you, Lana. Send my love to Lux.
I will. I'll tell you love her so much.
Yeah, I do. She's my kid, so I guess you're my grandkid.
Oh my God, I'm your granddaughter.
I guess so. Thank you, baby. And thank you for joining me for another episode of Whatcha Packin. I'll see you kids next time. Bye.
Got it like that, got it like this. Wanna take a swing, no, I never miss.
You know the scene where she goes into the waterfall and then she comes back out and she's like, she didn't know what was happening. He starts blowing on her to dry her and she's like, it's so
love that
glamorous. Hey, you want more non-Emmy nominated gay you traders? Well then don't forget to subscribe to the RuPaul's Drag Race YouTube page.